Welcome everyone. As we learn the Mishna Yomis, sponsored by our Fisher family, Li Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, also Li Nishmas David ben Chaim, Lefu Shalem for Yomis Mechai Sari, Yaakov ben Bas Yalea, for the schus of Avram and Yom Benish Mamak Yudis and family, by Yod Klugman and family, Lefu Shalema for Avigdor ben Rivkin, the Bas Chai Sara, Moshe Meir ben Esther Fadl, Yitzhak ben Tzim ben Dusha, Rivka Bashir Aleah, Chaya Bas Shashabina, Chana Bas Shashabina, for Meir ben Chaya Sara. They should all have Refuah Shalema b'Seich Shar Chayla Yisrael. Okay, believe it or not, we start the 6th parak of Temura. Kol ha'asurin al gabi ha-mizbeach. Anything that's also on the mizbeach, like an esnan, like a hybrid, oisun kolshein. If one of those animals gets mixed up with 50 animals, they all become forbidden for the mizbeach because you can't be mevatel or beria. What are examples of animals that are asur? Horoveya, an active participant in bestiality, vanirba, or a passive participant in bestiality, vanevad, vamuksa, or an animal that was set aside for a sacrifice for avodah zarah, vanevad, or an animal that was worshipped, esnan, an animal that was used to pay the services of a zayna, v'umechir, or an animal that was exchanged for a dog, vakilayim, a hybrid, vatrefa, an animal that can't live for a year, v'yaitzeidaifen, or an animal that's born from Caesarean section. Ezu yimuksa, what does it mean that it's set aside for sacrifice? Hamuksa la'avodah zarah. It was set aside for a sacrifice to avodah zarah. Hu aser? It is aser, but umasha olav mutter. But what's upon it is mutter. So if it had gold on it, that gold could be used for plating for the mizbeach. Ezel nevad, what's considered worshipped? Kol she'oivdin aisai, whatever they worship. Then hu umasha olav aser. It and what's upon it is aser. V'zeh v'zeh, in all these cases, both the animal designated for sacrifice and the animal that was worshipped, mutar and bachila, is allowed to be eaten. Now, ezo esnan, what's the payment of a harlot? This is a chiddush over here. If he says to the zayna, here's a sheep for your payment. If he gives her, instead of one sheep, if he gives her 100 sheep, all 100 are forbidden for the mizbeach. Afilu meya kulon asurn. Even if he gives her 100, they're all asur. Here's an interesting thing. An Eved Ivri is allowed to be given a shivcha kananis. Now, if a man said, halach tlazeh, take this sheep, v'solen shivchascha eitzel avdi, and let your shivcha sleep with my Eved Ivri. So the sheep was given for the services of relations. Rebbe says, Eino esnan. That's not an esnan. The Chacham say even this sheep is an esnan, and it's forbidden for the mizbeach. Since Rebbe says it's not an esnan, because an Eved Ivri is allowed to sleep with a shivcha kananis. But the Chacham say that it was paid, the sheep was paid for this service, is still considered an esnan, and it is forbidden for the mizbeach. We want to thank you all for joining us, and wish you a wonderful evening.